Hey y'all, hey, it's the hostess with the mostest, Makeeta Modell, and it is AKee with Makeeta, a vibrant informational podcast that interviews the world's movers and shakers, trailblazers, and innovators across various fields. Through this key session, you will gain insight and inspiration from creatives that are shaping our world today. I got the tea, baby, and it's hot. You ready? It's AKee with Makeeta. Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Makeeta Modell, and this is AKee with Makeeta, and I'm super excited for this particular one because it is my fellow models and podcast family and friends. The BNB crew is in the building, the beautiful Miss Nay Bella and Notorious True. What's good, y'all?
Hey,
What's going on?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Let's see.
I appreciate
Hi.
y'all being on. Thank y'all very much for taking the time. I'm super excited to have y'all on. I can't hear. Can
We
y'all
excited to be here. It keep going in and out. We try to like balance with you, but
Uh-oh. See if you could do the drop down and take it off the Wi-Fi. Yep.
Yeah, because we keep, I don't know. I
What's
think it's
going
the
on?
delay.
Take it off.
Technology.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us now?
Yes,
Is that
I
better?
can hear y'all. Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Got you. Problem solved.
All right.
Okay.
We here. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
What's going on?
I like it. I like it. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to be here on AKee with Makeeta. I know y'all are like veterans to this, so this is my first, third episode. So I appreciate y'all taking the time to keep.
Absolutely. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. Trust me.
Thank you. So I wanted to start, of course, with some personal questions, just to get a little bit further information about you guys, so my followers can get a bit familiar. So we're gonna start with Nay. Can you do me a favor and tell me about your journey about being a medical assistant and pursuing your dreams in modeling, acting, and writing?
Oh, that's an amazing question. How I got to being a medical assistant. So that journey basically was inspired by my little brother. When he was born, we were told that, don't get too attached to him because he's gonna have the life expectancy of 3 years. And that's about it. And for me, I think I was 15 when he was born. So I was like the oldest child and protective of my siblings. So once we found out that he would have like a whole lot of complications going on with him, we needed to make sure that he was safe, for however long the doctor said he would be here. Just make him as comfortable as possible. So at birth, they put him on hospice. And from what I've learned, hospice comes at the end of your lifespan. We're towards the end, if that makes sense. So to make that long story short, I'm very protective of my siblings. So you can't curse at them, do anything at them, or I'm coming for your neck. So it was more so like, okay, to make sure that he's safe and protected while he's here forever, how long that's going to be. Nay, play smart about this. Go ahead and be a medical assistant. That way you're caring about somebody who you know and love, as well as getting paid while doing it. That's it. Work harder, not smarter was the thought process that I was going, because as a kid, one of my dreams were to be an actor and a model or whatever, but I didn't know how to navigate that. So well, if I can't do that, let me go ahead and help somebody that I love and care about to make sure that they're safe. So fast forward, I did that for about 10 years. And that tug came again for modeling and acting. It's like, okay, this is a dream, right? If I didn't
passion kick
give it to you, right? So I was able to find that opportunity later down on in life. This was after he had passed away. So I kind of I felt I kind of fulfilled that, okay, he's no longer here. Now it's time to go for your dream. You know what I'm saying? If that makes it, that sacrifice that you gave, now I'm going to reward you. And I was able to find that door. And I'm just amazed of how that kind of turned out.
Same here. We watching it. It's a beautiful blossom to watch unfold in front of us. We thank you so much for that time. So true. To dig in a little bit with you. You being an
Yes.
entrepreneur and your journey sounds very intriguing. I'm gonna let you tap into that a little bit more so you can introduce yourself. But can you tell us about some of the key life lessons that you learned along the way? Because your life story is very interesting.
Absolutely.
Very interesting, sir.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take it there. All right. So, for the ones that don't know, my name is Notorious True. T to people that have been, that kind of grew with me. So, as far as like my entrepreneurial journey or adventure, I would say, it kind of, for me, I would say, kind of started very, very young. And the reason being is because, like, I started off. I remember always how I used to say this stuff. My entrepreneurial journey always started off of me just wanting to get to the gift shop and getting enough money to get to the gift shop to get stacks of stuff from this hospital. I don't know if y'all remember because I grew up. I was born in '88. Yeah. You remember the hospital gift shop?
The hospital gift shop.
Back when the candy was like cheaper. I know we dealing with inflation, but back when the candy was cheaper, and we had a hospital not too far from us, right? So it's real quick type in. And me and my brothers and sisters, we wanted to do, make that happen. And my mom was always nah. My mom was definitely good. Shout out to my mom, good, beautiful Taurus woman. She know how to say no. So she loved to tell us no. And I was just not I'm just one of those people I didn't like being told no. Or if being told no came with a reason, I had to find a solution. So I was always solution. So I got in my Ed and Eddie mode for my 80s
Cartoon Network.
90s,
Yeah.
I know the Ed and Eddie, you know what I'm saying?
Ed and Eddie.
I got in the full mastermind Ed and Eddie mode was coming, and we found ways to make money into where we could go to the gift shop. And I kind of started being like that, very much the hustler that I was, and like that's what sparked it. And then I started, being a hustler as I got older. 9, 10, 11, I was hustling in the streets, all the things like that. And I say that because a lot of my life lessons that I got while doing these things in my regular life, my past life, was able to carry on into my entrepreneurial journeys. And some of the lessons that I got then, I had to understand it. I understood what an opportunist look like because of what I've earned, what I've run across in the street life. I understood what being in rooms full of people that doubt you, but you have full understanding of your ability is beautiful. Having the foresight of something that is needed around you that nobody else sees. And sticking to it. And one of the hugest life lessons that I carry with me entirely for my entrepreneurial journeys, no matter what I feel, is the standing on it, owning. And what I mean by standing on owning it, meaning if you see it, I don't give a damn if nobody else, if everybody in the world say that's just improbable. If you see it, you feel it, just keep going until it's there. It's going to be there. And that's just it. Like you put, oh, Jay, what's up, my boy? Now you can see comments on here. This is dope.
I didn't know either. So okay.
I like this. This has got me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, being banned on Facebook, it's pretty dope. To have this way, like, yeah, still can't stop.
Can't ban the snowman.
Can't ban the snowman energy. I would say my one of the hugest life lessons as far as financial wise, I learned a lot of financial understandings that I have carried on to my entrepreneurial endeavors. Kind of a character thing within me, like, kind of the warrior aspect where it's like, I don't care. I'm going to keep pushing this joint until it happens. And it's just all in the favor of getting this in here, what I see. I just want all this in here, it's out. That's it. That's it. That is just expressing. Many people do things to impress, to get people to believe and supporters or followers. Why it's worked for me is because I'm literally just genuinely expressing. I'm not here to impress no one. I'm just expressing, getting this all out, getting these things. And it's just, man, listen. And God is the catalyst.
God is good. You know what I'm saying?
God is the catalyst.
All the time.
All the time, God is good. Amen.
Amen. At the church today.
I did a 2-step the other day.
So both of you have unique parts when it comes to BNB, right? So how are your personal experience shaped the way that you guys co-host and host BNB Crew the podcast?
Great question. I'll start.
Yes.
Well, for me, this is actually, for some may not know, this is actually not my first podcast. And the way it's shaped for me, I'm gonna be honest, depending on who they are, I'm kind of more guard up, if that makes sense. And I say that because with the first idea I had, I had this idea, two divine women, two divine perspectives from different women, one being a single woman, one being a married woman, on whatever topic we would talk about. And it was actually a dope idea. This is why I say I see both sides of your partner who works with you, because at one point I was just the personality. I didn't have to worry about, the editing, the backhand, all that stuff. I was just to show up and just, hey, be Nay. So when that kind of went left to where it ended, because the idea was kind of, it was taken basically, to where it was, instead of two, now it's just one. So like, okay, well, you know what?
Okay, don't be
I'm trying
to ran off on the plug.
You know what I'm saying? Ran off on the plug.
It was kind of boom.
That's what happened. Okay.
Basically, but so you a mess. See, you gotta have balance. I got you. So for now, but that was something that I really want to do, because like I said, it was my idea, it was my pitch, it was like my everything. I kind of got the yes, and I was just like bringing others with me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that didn't work out. So me being, I don't want to say naive in a sense, but I'm showing the best of myself. Right. I'm showing them as my true self, and I'm thinking everybody else is doing the same thing. And one of my lessons through a lot of my cycles was everybody don't think like you, Nay. You know what I'm saying? You can't, and I had to like learn that, because when I'm thinking is common sense, and it's not. It is, I now call it rare sense, because it's not so common. So so for how I come into the podcast, it's like, for me, now I'm more so of the vetting, subconsciously in the background. And okay, I understand you want to be, help out this and third. For me,
what is it that you're really gonna bring to it?
Exactly. And I don't
what are you expecting back from it?
You get me. You get me. Along with dope ideas, like with Bess. Bess has like tons of ideas. We could be just having a regular conversation, and we're like, oh, that's a topic. And like, that's how our topics come. Like, so I know he's full of ideas, and I'm the same way. So for me, it was making, coming together of like, and what I love about it is that I'm getting the same thing that I had before, but now it's more so where it was a single woman and a married woman. Now you're getting the perspectives of a divine woman and a divine man, if that makes sense. So I love how that kind of like turned around for me. Because bro be coming with ideas. I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about it, and vice versa. And that's how. So that's my take on it.
And niggas ain't still not and run up on the plug. Oh, here. You know what I'm saying? Say that. And I want you to be, you know what I'm saying? And you get to be her full self, dog. Like, I love, let me shut up. You go ahead, dear.
No, you're good.
I'm excited.
You're good.
Is me? Is my time?
Yep. So what do you bring? What are your personal experience shaped you in the way that you co-host the BNB podcast?
My personal experience is like, and it's funny because she kind of tapped on it. These things are literally like it's almost like my everyday life. Like these things, even me and you have had conversations. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna talk about this or da-da-da. I'm literally, it's not like it's something that I'm just sitting here thinking about and hoping for. These are things that we're actively doing. This is something that's actively happening. So my everyday life, my everyday conversation with somebody, if I talked about it or brought it on the show, is because I've actually had a conversation with somebody, and we're actually having these real life that's it. And of course, my my entrepreneurial, navigating and things that I've dealt with in that aspect, it also comes and brings like a nice powerhouse to the house, which is like we kind of I kind of give her foresight. She kind of gives me foresight from her end because she's dealt with a few things. It's funny. We'll get into that. But she's dealt with a few things from her end. I dealt with a few things on my end, but she dealt with some of the things on her end that legitimately happened to me and right in front of her, like as this was the
right in real time, basically
was going and she's seen it. It was like, well, bro, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of like it's almost like an equally yoked, like iron sharpens iron kind of situation. How we kind of like mix together and but it's, honestly, I'm gonna be real. I don't even call it a podcast, guys. It's like a
okay. So what do you call it?
It's a whole talk show. It's a show. It's a
talk show. Okay, I like that. Okay, I like that.
We gonna make it big. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna get to that point on the syndicated television show.
Yeah,
so right now it is a talk show. Okay. I'm with you. We're to one more touch and agree.
Yeah, we come on now. We gonna watch it.
What inspired you both to start the BNB talk show, and what was the vision behind it?
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so huge shout out to my boy by the Decibel. We actually, me and him kind of started it off. It was crazy because I was doing my thing. I've been doing like podcasts and stuff like that, and I was already kind of like starting something on a quiet on my own. But then he came to me. He was like, "Yo, listen, we've been boys. I see you've been working doing this and this and that, and we always spread like we drop gems of split knowledge with each other all the time, and it's about that time to like to say, you know, saying it's time to start saying something because." I'm pretty sure, like anyone else, if you ask any like music artists or anything like that, reason why they started it is pretty simple. You know, they're tired of hearing the same rhetoric than what you're hearing on the radio, and I'm ready to hear something genuine. I'm ready to speak, and I want to hear somebody speak genuine. And if no one's doing it, then you might. And if you got the idea, it might as well be you. So that was the kind of the energy that was behind it. Like we're tired of this. It's always, you know, now what 2024 was like the battle of the sexes, right? It was always men versus men, women, or what's a real man, what's this and that. And everyone was coming from a perspective of a guru. Like I just know y'all just need to be taught. And I was tired of that. I'm like, no one's really having a conversation. No one's being real and saying, you know what? I'm not an expert. I went through this like you. I want you to feel like and the vision behind it was like basically in real honesty, basically you had a long week. Think about it, you had a long day at work, right? And say you go tap in with your homies, right? And after you get off work, you pour up your wine, you roll your blunt, you sit back, and you ready to talk your shit with your homies, like no, you know what I'm saying, like as if no one's there, right? And you talking, and what's coming out of those conversations, like, girl, we need to do this. You know what? It would be a good idea. What this and that, what cultivates out of these conversations. And that was really the vision behind it. Like, bro, you tapping in with your people. And we not some gurus. Oh, it's some stranger. No, I want you to feel like you came, had a long day, bro. I'm talking to my dog about what's going, man. Listen, bro. And that's just us in the camera. I'm just telling y'all and reporting back to y'all. This is how my day going. How y'all feeling? Y'all rolled up. Y'all vibing. We about to vibe. And the vision behind it was the real conversation with people. We having real tap ins, real connections, real understanding with each other. It's like, yeah, this and this and that. And then coming to a beautiful healing solution after it. Sometimes you ever talk to your homegirls about what you're dealing with at work, and somebody, as y'all going through, girl, I deal with this. Girl, you know what you could probably do at work? They might can help this situation. Now we got a solution. Now we having situations where we can actually act on. And you know what, girl? I tried that thing you told me about, such and such. Hey, bro, I tried that shit you told me about last week. You know what? Bro, that shit actually worked, dog. That junk actually worked. I didn't think it was gonna work for me. And just being honestly and genuine. It's not just, you know, podcasts now have been pushing either it's all positive or negative, or it's all negative. It's all one thing, and it's like that's not life. That's not real life. There's some days that things gonna be positive, There's some days that just gonna get. It's not gonna be as pretty as you look it, but
Right.
we gonna navigate this. I want people to feel like we navigating this together. This is with who you is with your friends and your family. We your new friends and family. And that's what
I
what's
like
up
that. I like
Right.
that. It's very personable. It's very
Yes.
relatable. Like you said, it's just coming home after a long day and getting it up off your chest, and not only getting it off your chest, but getting a solution.
Right.
Yes.
From those who you respect, those who you look up to, those who you connect with, like those who you feel as if it's your tribe. So I like that. Thank you for putting that out in the
Exactly.
world and having that vision and stating it so eloquently to where everybody can understand and be willing to hop on the wave of the BNB Talk Show. Can y'all tell us, when do you guys do the BNB Talk Show? Let them know how they can tune in and be heard.
Go for it.
No, I was talking good.
Oh my
Go ahead, do your
goodness.
thing.
Go ahead, switch it off. He was just talking. Go ahead.
Well, first he didn't say how I even got on here. So onto the B&B. I don't know if he ended it.
Oh, no, because
Yeah,
it said how did it start, and then
Okay.
and what the vision was behind it.
I'll let you have that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
so-
just saying, 'cause we could go into that too.
No.
We could go all the way down. You feel me?
No.
We go all
So
the way
you can find the B&B crew on IG Live right now at this moment. We are going to have other platforms, YouTube, Patreon, that is in the works. But right now we are on
down.
Facebook. Oh, you just spoke that. So yeah, we're going to be on Facebook now. So. So that's where you can find us right now. Anything
What
else
days
you want to
y'all
add?
do it and what time?
Every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So if you are on the West Coast, that might be like 5, about close 5 something. Come holler at us.
Fifth.
We have, you know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. We get some people. We get some people from overseas that tap in. But yes, every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m.
Facts.
And we'll dive into after hopefully these questions.
Oh, here we go.
How we've evolved into.
Understood.
You feel?
So, how do you guys? We heard a little bit of the rhetoric earlier about how you choose topics, but how do you choose topics and guests to be featured on the talk show?
Dope questions. Like for me, because like I said, we kind of like just piggyback off. It's very authentic. It's not, and what I love about it is not like straight to the book. It's like out the book. Oh well, I know about this person, and what I love about it is that these are connections that I have made prior. So now I'm bringing. What I love is I'm bringing those people. Hey, I didn't forget about you. We know you got this dope music, because I love independent music, love mainstream. But as of recent,
it's all the same.
You're right. So, like he said, real people having these real genuine connections. Like, hey, I get, water. I get that. But have you heard this person? Have you heard? And they be vibing, bro. Like there be times where I'll be listening to independent music, bro. Be like, hey, who is that? I'm like, oh, this so and so, and vice versa. So. That's how I come up with like the artists. Is like it's people that I've actually made connections with prior. Just bringing them along.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I guess I'll piggyback off of what you're saying, and it's really, I guess the original inertia or the original energy behind it was kind of like shedding light on great people. A great person doesn't have to be your celebrity. To me, and I always seen that there's great people and hometown heroes and everyday people that you see, and there's a lot of people that are doing dope stuff, and nobody's giving them flowers. Ain't nobody saying, "Hey, yeah, that is dope." I think that is iconic. I believe that is amazing. Yo, your music you're doing is amazing. Hey, that artwork you're doing is amazing. Hey, what you're doing is amazing. And honestly, how we pick them, to be bluntly honest, is we run across them, and it's really strictly off the vibe when we meet them, or we'll tap in with them, and they'll be just genuinely good, like just genuine people. And it's like, dog, even if there, and there's been some couple, like even if your music may not be just my flavor, but I like your style, but your character, your energy, your determination, your vision, and what you're doing, I believe in, and I respect.
I want to share that.
So, I may not
Somebody, don't worry about it. Somebody like it.
Somebody gonna like it. So I'm gonna put you out here because I know for a fact somebody gonna rock with you. And like Big Sean said in one of his songs, you may not like what I'm doing, but you appreciate my intention. And I respect people's intentions behind what they're doing. So if you are one of those people that are doing that and you're out there, you're actively listen, you out there, you got kids, you taking care of your kids, you going busting your ass, making work and this and that. And a lot of people be like, oh, well, you shouldn't get a pat on the back for that. But I'm one of those that gonna speak a little opposite. Yes, you should. Because a lot of people have not been. There's a lot of people that is not making it this way. A lot of people that's the reason why a lot of people are killing themselves off. There's a reason why a lot of people are feeling like they're not important and vital to this world when you are absolutely vital to this world. Right. Shoot, what you're doing right now is vital. You know what I'm saying? What the young man, I don't know the brother behind, doing it. He's vital. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mr. Lewis. Ms. Lewis, Mr. Lewis. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you hear a lot of that. We appreciate you. You are vital. And the reason being is because if not you, then who? You know what I'm saying? And if no one is giving at least the flowers for the dedication and the work that people are absolutely doing, the incentive dies. And I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. We out here celebrating people that ain't doing nothing.
Facts.
Yeah, they getting bands and recognition for
everything.
For stuff that they ain't. Come on now.
For what?
You know that's my number. And then of course the Malcolm X in me.
But we ain't gonna go by that.
Right.
Exactly. And of course the Malcolm X in me is
So let's bring it back today with a little bit of personal impact. So with your personal motto being "I'm proof it's possible," can you discuss the mantra and the influences of your work and your approaches and challenges in regards to that mantra?
Oh, yes. I had a feeling you're going to bring this question up. Yeah, so basically, it's funny how it all ties in together. Like, so for me, I'm proof it's possible. I actually got that from subconsciously, not really seeing it, but not really honing in on it until later on in life. And I say that I got that from my childhood best friend. Shout out to Tweety. Like, R.I.P. I wish she was here. But yeah, she was born with what I would say for Black men with 2 strikes. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because 1, she was a black woman, and then 2, she had what was considered, the cooties back then, but to the highest degree, if I can say that. But at birth, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, whew, that's a load. That's a lot. And she was able to do some amazing things that I witnessed, basically walking in I'm proof it's possible, if that makes sense. Even in the word impossible, you have I'm possible there. So she was able to, have a beautiful baby boy, healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing, no issues, like with what she was dealt with. So she was like, if I could do it, girl, and that's in whatever aspect, you could do it. Sir, ma'am, whoever you are. So as I'm going along, in my life and my journey, like I said earlier, I wanted to be a model. But I'm from Jersey, so New York is like right across the street. So if I really wanted to kind of like go down that route, if I had the right determination back then, I could have been, in New York. But I'm already looking at my strikes. I'm looking at models are what, 5'7", 5'8". I'm 5'1". Oh, cross that out. Okay, well, no. Models are tiny. I wasn't always. At one point, I was bigger than what I was, but with considered a plus size model. Cross that out. They ain't gonna look at me. So I'm like, and that's what made me deter or kind of turn my inspiration to becoming a medical assistant. If I can't get what I want, I'm gonna help somebody else, get what they're able to achieve. So, but then later on down in life, I got that opportunity to walk through that door of, okay, yeah, you can be a model. Yeah, you can act. Yeah, you can write. You can do all these things. And whatever society is saying, that's not what it is. you're there to break that barrier. I'm proof it's possible. So that's where that came from. And I love my tribe because there are so many women and men in that, in our tribe that's also breaking that barrier. We have, shout out to Cheeky, I love you. She is 4'11".
Yeah,
4'11". I'm proof it's
Hey.
possible. So I'm seeing these examples around me as well. You know what I'm saying? With genuine people, genuine connections. So that is part of the mission statement of I'm proof it's possible. So
I love that, and I'm glad that you are continuing
I
to
couldn't
put
wait for that, could
positive
you?
out there of that I'm proof is possible, because that's true in anything, not just in the modeling industry, in anything. Like I've heard numerous times today with all of my interviews of AKee with Makeeta, everybody said the same thing of, if you can see it, then you can do it. Like you
Exactly.
can achieve it. If you can see it, like the Miss Kim Moten from Fashion and Blonde just said, if you can see it, then it was meant for you. Then you could do it.
Facts.
So
Big facts.
I love that. So keep sticking to that, keep sharing that, and keep showing the world that you are the proof that it is possible. Like, thank you for that positive little
Thank you, Queen.
So true. What does it mean to be a born rebel for a cause?
It's the chuckle for me. Go on, player.
He said, "Go
I did my
on."
research, okay?
I'm taking. I believe. Listen. I'm one of those people that process that did I take the moment? Fine, correct. Where I articulate. I'll just say this: I was born different, right? Ever since I was young, even when I tried to fit in, or I tried to do, be with everybody, when you're chosen, and I don't want to say it like that, and I say this very, very very candidly, but when you when you have been chosen or picked out, whether it's the universe or God, however you understand it to be, people, your life tends to move in a certain direction that you just cannot fall into certain things, right? And being that, ever since, even when I was in classes and things like that, I was not always known to be the one that would question the norms. It was just naturally in me. It was naturally, okay, why is everybody okay with being the same? Yes. Why are we okay? I don't think that's fine. No, I don't think that's okay. No, I don't. I'm sorry. It's just not. I'm not okay with telling us that we can't do this and this and this and that, or me finding out the truth behind. If you give me an explanation, I'll use one example. One of the things that kind of like really woke me up and it just like kind of pulled me away. Like even when I was in school, and this is grade school. I'm saying about second grade. We're reading one of my favorite books, and was Othello, right? And they kept calling him a Moor in this story. And at this time, I'm literally the only black child in this classroom. So boom, boom, and of course my teacher's a white woman. So I asked her, I said, "Hey, I'm gonna keep going reading. I know my paragraph coming. I know you about to paragraph me up. So, and I know, but I keep reading. It says he's a Moor, and I'm trying to figure out what does that mean. Now, this goes into why we should, teach our kids, right?
Do our own education.
Education. She told me that it was the equivalent of the N-word. So I was mad the whole time until I got home and learned the real meaning behind it and the real information. So then it taught me two things. Either she did not know, or she knew and she purposely had tried to tell me something
wrong information
to give me wrong information. So that tells me two things. I can't get accurate information from this place. So I'm instantly a rebel at this thing. Now, and when I say my cause was for truth. I'd rather live in truth. I don't care to be appeased by a lie. I don't care to be appeased by just because everybody else is saying that this is what it is. I'm supposed to believe that. So that's the natural rebel in me. I've always this and that. My cause, it's always been to, and just be honest. And it started naturally from being, black man. You know what I'm saying? We had to learn that we the superheroes. We the ones. Okay. I'm tired of people trying to tell me that we ain't nothing but slaves. and I knew better. When you feel it in you feel it in your soul. So if anybody pay attention, you know that. And then to surpass just the race thing, was to understand as an entire embodiment of mankind, we are our own superheroes. We have everything needed. God put us in this world with everything we need to even heal ourselves. The herbs come from the earth. If you cultivate it, these things, we are our own superheroes. What we have been told that it's over there, it's actually in the mirror. Every time we've been told that this and this and that. So my cause is I'm tired of listening to the rhetoric. I'm tired of people believing that this somebody else gonna come save me when it's this not. Even when they talk about Jesus and they had Jesus in the Bible, nigga was telling them you can do it too. Nigga, Paul. Hey, what was brother name with the walk on water? Was it Paul?
I don't remember his name, but one of them.
Paul Peter.
One of them niggas. One of the P's. Okay. Don't if all my Bible bumpers don't come chasing me down. Listen, because then a Bible bumper come real quick. It's actually Peter and verse 17, 13.
You're sick,
right? And they will.
You wrong. You know what I'm saying? But for my Bible bumpers, he told him. You know what I'm saying? When it wasn't like when he was walking on water. He's like, "Hey, bro, I want to come out there with you." It wasn't like he was like, "Nigga, this is one special niggas.
I'm proof it's possible.
This is a special nigga that can do that. You ain't special enough." No, he's like, "You can do it."
Is that not I'm proof it's possible?
All you gotta do is believe. All you gotta do is keep your eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me. Roll with me because I'm your focus to faith. I'm your focus to believe it. Okay, you keep your eyes on me. You don't be distracted. Let me see. I'm about to go on
preach, preacher.
I ain't gonna preach. I don't do it like that. But you feel me? Keep your eyes on me.
Do you want the revolution?
But in the same aspect, to remember, if you keep your eyes on the right prize, or you keep your eyes on the right thing, there's nothing you cannot do. And it was taught to it. It is in the Bible. It's in there. It's in these things. We have the ability. We in God's image. These are the things there. But we are taught that we can't do it. Oh yeah, no, you can't. No. When you start stepping in it, so yeah, I'm against the societal norms. I'm against the societal norms.
We're taught that we are not capable by ourselves. We have to follow somebody else's teaching, thought process, or whatever to get to that point. That's
and I ain't for that. And I'm against that. I'm not saying you can't learn from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Go and get it and teach them. But at some point, you got to understand that the real answers are coming from. You need to have a real relationship. Have a conversation with yourself. Have a real relationship with not just you, but if you have a relationship with God or the universe, however you drop, whatever you get, whatever it does to help you be your better self. Have that real relationship within yourself. You shouldn't need outside validation. You don't need nobody else telling you this and that. We have built America. I'm gonna say it. I know it's on Facebook. We built America. All right.
I'm gonna say it.
We built the very White House that they sitting in making delegations over right now, and we don't believe that we are strong enough and smart enough to do it. No, we are way smarter than that. We are smart. Don't let somebody tell you what their numbers is. But you know what? That's it. Next question.
Okay.
See, I get a little passionate.
I think it's the brown Tasmanian devil right now.
It's okay. It's the brown and the tan. It's okay. It's
okay. Man.
It's okay.
He's channeling Taz right now, but it's cool.
So, Nay, as a creative director and stylist, how do you integrate your skill set into the talk show?
Oh, amazing question. You hit me left and right. Waymaker. Okay. Well, I've always had a thing for fashion. Like as a kid, I don't know where it came from. Just had a sense for fashion. And what I've loved that I've accomplished so far with Soul Tribe in that world, I basically was able to kind of gather the knowledge, gather the skill set, the different mechanics, knowledge about it to basically wove different topics. Like, for example, where I just shared about the whole back in the day, because as a kid, my favorite model was Tyra Banks, and then you got Naomi, but they were all, real thin. And, that was because, partly, you know, how exactly. So I love what I was around where, okay, shout out to Big Sis Gina, plus size model doing her thing. And that was breaking, you know, the barrier to where, okay, I could get in there, I could talk about it. Okay, you don't have to always throw up your food. You don't have to be bulimic, because how I was looking at it, how I was checking it off. Okay, y'all want me to be pencil thin? Oh, I eat. I like to eat. So this ain't gonna work. I'm not throwing up the steak after I just ate it. Okay, you know what? This ain't for me then. So, so I love the fact that I was able to hold on to my dream, and God saw that I didn't have to compromise. I didn't have to, like, you know, but you know what? If I really want that bad, but let me just start doing whatever to my body to get the result that I want. It was the delayed gratification, into where I think it's still more to come. Like, I just feel like I've just broken the, you know, barrier to get to the next step. Because I was just thinking, I'm still new to this, but when I actually thought about, like, Nay, you actually been doing this for 5 years. Yeah. And I'm like, I had to really sit down and think, like,
look at y'all. See, look, it's
not really
to the show all the time, because the chemistry on the runway goes right to the show. And look at that.
Appreciate you. Oh, that was a dope shot. That was dope.
What show was that? Do y'all remember?
Yeah, that was the Fast and Furious 2023. So it was actually last November this month. Yeah. This year.
It was this
year. Yeah.
Talking to Winston in the Fast and Furious. So shout out to Abby. And that's Lil Cole.
Yes, Lil Cole. Yes.
That was a fashion show.
That was in July, like 2021.
What fashion show was that? What's that Fast and Furious?
No, that was it was a Jacksonville. That was in Jacksonville.
That was a Jack show?
That was in Jacksonville.
I know yes, here in Jacksonville. So
that was downtown. That was at this random
in Orlando
club. Yeah, that was downtown Orlando. That was.
Well, I'm gonna take that as a good sign that I've done so many that I just can't remember.
Yeah, I seen the other picture. That was when I was modeling with shout out Santia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. S&M custom design.
You see it?
You know,
you
business savvy as you.
Nice in a suit, okay? Look at that.
Come on now.
Well,
let's
go. Tatted hood brother, but you know, I can put on the suit now. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, clean.
My favorite photo.
Bro was definitely clean.
Yeah, that was good. That was
good. Was this a Winter Wendell show?
This was shout out to Big Bro Wendell St. Pierre, bro.
Shout out to Dreams.
Yes.
Hey y'all. Hey.
Yes. Amazing. That's where I learned a lot of what I know now. Like
because he does a lot of teaching. He does mechanics and basics on the runway. Like I appreciate him for the way he comes from the training classes. He's on that. I appreciate that. So let's go towards future goals and aspirations. So
absolutely.
What are y'all individual and possibly some of the collective goals that you have for BNB, the talk show, moving forward?
Ladies first.
No, go.
Nate was just the last one talking, so go ahead.
Thank you.
All right.
Go ahead.
I gotta say, without divulging too much to giving away like any sauce, I just say expansion and traveling mobility is some of the the traveling show. Some of the ideal goals as what we have. Besides expansion, we having more and more people on the team as far as like that. Huge shout out, homie TB. He's actually been it's been crazy how God gotta feel what
you ask for. Be careful what you ask for.
But gotta feel what you ask for. And I've had this young man came out of it. I feel like he came out of nowhere and just literally one of the times we were practicing our shoot. We were like doing we were having a content day to bring the season back. This man popped up, and not only popped up just in where we was doing it, he was extremely helpful and wanted to help. He was like, I want to, man, when y'all need me? I'm like, when do we need you? I was kind of sitting back like, when do we need you? So expanding on a team and having people that actually want to be here, like actually really want to be here, want to see it grow. And it just does an immense amount for them as well. So team expansion of the show, a few, besides platforms, a few, ideas that we just gonna, get out there. What about you? What you
Oh, for me, definitely agree with what Bess talks about with the expansion, because back in the day, my mom used to always say it takes a village to raise a child, and this B&B being the child, I feel that you do need help. Sometimes the sister may be able to help you to where you got to do X, Y, and Z, or something that you can't do yourself, but you can trust somebody to do something just as you would do it. Exactly. Because think about it. I don't have kids, but again, I work off common sense. Like I wouldn't, if I can't trust you with my kid, I don't think I could trust you with,
my baby.
You're right. So for me, just to be able to cultivate with the right and genuine people. That's something that I did pray for years ago. And I do see that God is He's actually showing me the answer. Okay, you prayed for it. Now it's like,
give it to you. So what you gonna do with it?
Exactly.
So since we're here with this question, me and you, Nate, had a personal question. So I'm gonna circle it back from that time when we were sitting outside.
I want to ask you a question. Can we ask personal questions to you? Can we ask you?
Sure. What do you want to ask me? I'll bring it back.
We'll let you get your questions out. Then we go ask our questions.
Okay, so Nate, since we talk about God giving signs and talking, so when's this book coming out?
Say it again. One more time. What you said? I didn't catch that part.
So when's this book coming out? Because we had a conversation about this.
Book? You said a book, right?
A book.
A whole book, right?
A whole book.
You said, yeah, that's what. Did you say one more time?
Oh my goodness!
When it's coming out.
Okay, you ain't ready.
A book.
I'll wait. Okay, that's fine. It's okay.
It is coming out soon. I did get to the point where there's a title now. Just me, trying to find the right step. Am I going to do this way or am I going to do this way? But once I do find that, once I get that gut feeling, okay, the trigger's coming. But I can say.
You wrote it? It's already written?
The book is already written, yes. It has It has been written. It does have a title, which is
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Come on now, talk about it.
Don't overthink it. Don't sit too long on it.
Yes, ma'am.
But I'm proud of you. I'm proud.
I can't believe you remember that.
I'm grateful you remember that.
Ooh, of course I remember.
That was beautiful.
So true.
That wasn't on the questionnaire.
It wasn't. I know. Mysterious ways, okay? God work in mysterious ways. Don't shoot the messenger. What you want to
I just said that to my dad earlier in conversation, so this is confirmation. So thank you.
What you want to ask me, True?
No.
You said y'all want to know. I got
questions. There gonna be some questions. Don't worry. After you get your questions out on us, I got some questions.
Okay. Threw me all off. What is the most rewarding aspect of hosting the B&B Talk Show for both of you?
Ooh. I'll go first because I'll be brief and I get out your way. The most rewarding thing for me hosting B&B is that I can be my true, authentic self. I don't have to worry about stepping on toes, walking on eggshells, because, like I said, with the past situation, how that ended, that kind of, I ain't gonna lie, there was some trauma there. Like, can I, because last time when I went gung-ho, you see, the result was, they out of there. So now it's like, now I'm trying to like dip my toe in where I just dumped it head first the first time, if that makes sense. But I'm grateful that I have the space to be able to do that and take that time to do it, to where I'm not rushed, to where it's not like, well, you're not, I'm not going nowhere. I didn't say you was, you know what I'm saying? Right. But it's like, okay, I'm being shown the proof. Proof is possible. I'm being shown the proof in the actions that, okay, the words are now matching the actions as to where they weren't before. That makes sense.
Yes.
Oh, stop. Okay, now with my version of that question, that answer, actually, now it has to do with how she merged into where she's at now. So now I can divulge. She kind of hit me up. She gonna hit me in the head with it earlier. Hit me with the pop earlier. Like, don't forget to tell you know. I got you, dog. I got you. So for me, from the intro to this to where how she is, where she got to now is it was to me the most rewarding because I watched it and it was like I watched her go through the pipeline. So I started, like I said, me and another partner of mine, this and that, he went on, and at one point my dog was in just the comments being supportive, funny as heck. Now I know her personally, you know, so this is my dog. So offline, I know she's this funny in real life too. Like I'm like, bro, this ain't really like, but we had the comments on Flam, right? And she's coming from a woman's perspective and speaking, you know, and we would always have these conversations, right? But me and my partner were going, and we had it was me, him. Then he said he wanted to add a young lady, so he ended up adding a young lady. Then I started bringing, of course, you know me. I bring people. You know, I'm one of those people. I be bringing people. Okay, I be bringing people.
You know everybody.
So I don't know about. So one of the people that came through, Rue, he has his show now, Pop's Perspective. Shout out Pop Jam. He came in through me. He and was viewing me, tapping in, blah blah blah, going. So at one point we had me, Dre, me and the guy that started, me and Dre. Let me say his name. Me and Dre. The young lady, shout out Sade. Then we had Jim, but she was in, and then she was in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Further down, things happened, of course, and we had an episode where there was some discrepancies, and there was now a business call between me and my partner. He's like, "Yo, I'm feeling like this. What do you think?" And you know, because most of you know how it goes. If you got a partner, y'all gonna tap in. Y'all gonna come in, and before y'all make an executive decision,
right?
Y'all kind of home. So we're going with the executive decision, and he was like, "I want to do this," and I'm like, "Well, you know, give me some time to deliberate, and I'll come back. But I don't know if I want to, you know, I don't want to know if I want to make this particular decision at this time like that." So I had a wonderful call. Shout out my cousin Left. And at times he's gave insights. He's done it 2 times, right? But they've been vital. You know what I'm saying? And he came, he said something. He was like, "Yo, da da da." He gives me his perspective. He's like, "I think," he was like, "I think you should add another girl instead of get rid of her. I think you should add a girl." And I was like, "You know what? I think I've been feeling that, but now you just kind of confirmed it." You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to speed it up. And so I was like, "Okay," but before I got off the phone, who do you think would be a good candidate? And I already had mine on reserve, so I'm just kind of watching and seeing what's going into the confirmation without a second thought, without a slip in his voice. And I can say, "Oh, Nate, bro, she in the comments, she vibing, bro. I think she'd be a vibe on the show." Okay, boom. So we go back, bring it back to some partners. There you go. Everybody agreed unanimously. Unanimously. Yeah, I think she would. Dang. I think she would be a vibe. Yeah, she would be a vibe. Boom. So I come, boom, bring it to her. And she was coming. And like you said, if you hear how she's talking, she's dipping her toes. Now, she has the confidence now to say she's dipping her toes. Now, just imagine her back then, before the confidence to say she's dipping her toes. She wasn't even trying to say dipping her. Bro, I don't know about that. You want me? I'm like, but. So I had to really bring it to her. Okay, listen. You're always in comments. And you're a vibe. People actually rock with you. And honestly, I had her promise me just do it on trial thing. Just try it. Just do me a favor for me, dog. Just try it. I just want to see how it feels. Just see how it go. And her first day, people was vibing with her. Even my other co-host Whitney, we yo.
Shout out to y'all. I love y'all.
They already was like, yeah, she in. We in here rocking, right? But she was still very, very recluse. Very recluse. So where there's many times in the partners where it's like, yo, you can be free to be you here, be this and this and that. And I understood because of what she had told me before, what she dealt with, of why she was so very touch toe, touch a toe in it, keep touching her toe. It's like, bro, you can just dive in the water. But and I'm like, people are going to love you that, and she has to keep getting confirmations that people love you for who you are, your vibe, your energy. They rock with you. So go further down. Of course, ultimately, I'll say New Year's to New Year's. Good God, no, it was a little before New Year's because we had one
December.
Yeah, okay. So we had, I cultivated help someone, Pops Gems help came with the show, and he branched off to go do his own thing.
Shout out
Pops Gems, right? You're saying Pops Protect. Well, it's Pops Gems now, right?
Yes.
So it's Pops Gems, and cultivate those, and in cultivating those, it also caused a rift inside the BNB family. And when that happened, I say towards New Year's, it kind of all came ahead. It was like little signs here and there, but all came ahead to where end up for better business endeavors or endeavors that best suit him. My partner that I started this with, he ended up leaving. You know what I'm saying? He ended up going about his way. You know what I'm saying? No hate to it. It was okay. You got to do better business endeavors and
understand.
Boom. Mm-hmm. So then it was like piece by piece. This person gone. The other young lady, she ended up, it just, the timing of things that was going on in her life at the time versus trying to be able to show up every Tuesday, it was starting to be
it was a lot for that person.
It was starting to be a strain on her. So I understood that and I told her, I was like, look, you have to make things, you got to do what you do.
Respect your priorities, right.
So respect your priorities. And so now she had no choice. And I asked her, because I was like, okay, you done? No, we with it. We on. Try to bump our head, figure it out, and go from there. And that's how I, and she said the very thing, that's how me and my partner started. So it's like, we gonna come, bump our heads and figure it out. You saying the same thing? Okay, we here. And watching her growth has been the most rewarding as a friend, as a business partner, as a co-host, as a person that has like visually sees how this thing is growing. And see how amazing she is, because I see her how amazing she is when the cameras is off. So to be able to see her get more and more comfortable to be her full self on camera, that to me is the most rewarding part of when we have BNB. Like, okay,
I love to see it because I see it slowly unwinding as I tap in. I like to see it. So just to close out, because we had y'all here for a little bit of while. Tell the people again how they can follow you on social media and how they can tap in on the BNB Talk Show.
Absolutely. I knew you were going to do this. So you can follow us right now. We are on IG under the THEE BNB CREW on IG. Dotanos.
Is a the.BNB.
Yes. Okay. So that way y'all don't get mixed up. The THEE.BNB.CREW CREW. That's on IG. Again, like I said, we will have YouTube. Well, we already have it, but we're going to more so be promoting it. It's there. It's just us trying to get it going. So, and not being hesitant or being scared. So I'm gonna be honest, that's me. So you will be seeing the YouTube as well for Patreon, all of that stuff.
I am super excited to see all of that and to be in the commenting like I normally do when y'all.
Oh yeah, and find her at Maybella.
Yes.
On IG.
I can't stand it.
And Facebook, Maybella Hinton on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm Notorious True on IG. I would say y'all can follow me on Facebook. But I will get your messenger. But I won't get you won't see me on
not on the page,
Facebook,
on the timeline.
Unless I'm under the BNB CREW on the Facebook page. Then we will do that.
Yes,
that's my
that as well.
But
and that's
if you can find us. But find us on IG every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Very beautiful topics and subjects. Real conversations with real people, real connections with real folks.
Come on, Mr. Statement.
Come on, man. We here.
Well, it was a pleasure talking to y'all. True, we're gonna have to record you later of you asking me this question because I.
All right, one question. Miss Facilitator, at right now, it is that. How is it doing your multiple hats?
Yes,
because you are a multi-talented, multi-person as like